Quinn, the leadoff coach baller of the Panhandle Pro from Pensacola, Florida. And we are back in the house with another episode of the Smoke Screen. Y'all know what time it is. We got Rose. We got Tip the bartender. Please don't forget to tip the bartender. She the only non-smoker on the Smoke Screen. You must tip the bartender.
Please tip me.
We got Miss Bianca with us, and we got Takara. What's going on with y'all?
Hey.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm coming through. I got the strain of the night for this episode, man. I'm smoking on Fat Kids Cake. I guess I done fell in line with y'all. Yeah, this pure flame right here. Yeah, I done fell in line with y'all with the names. It's an indica dominant hybrid. That's what I'm puffing on. And then we gonna take it from the ashtray to the bar. Tip, what's in the cup?
So I have some really deliciousness in my cup. So I have top shelf tequila. Top shelf of your choice, of course. Sweet and sour mix. I also have mango puree to make myself a little mango margarita. And it's good. It's real good.
You need some of this mint out my garden you can throw off in there. You want to make it some mojitos and add some flavor to it. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, we got a good one. We got a good one for y'all today. Emergency. Whose pick was this?
This was my pick. It was mine. I saw that it was coming out, and I don't think I really paid attention to what it would be about. So yeah, this was my pick.
It was decent.
This is cool. This looks like a young or a newer cast. Let's see, Sabrina Carpenter, R.G. Sala that played Sean. He looked like Designer to me. Panda.
That's the dude from
yes.
The Harder They Fall.
That is Best Buddy.
Yes.
Oh, I can't
the
think
quick
of
draw. You know I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Not Cherokee, but
not Cherokee Bill, but my boy that was trying to y'all look it up right quick. Maddie Uncles play Emma. You got Donald Elise Watkins, Madison Thompson, Sebastian Chacon, Diego Abraham, Summer Madison, Jim Beckworth.
Jim, that was his name in the movie.
James Teeny, Patrick Lamont Jr., and Adrian Lockett rounds out this cast. This is a good movie. It definitely, I had to just stop. I was like, man, what's going on? I had to stop caring and just watch the movie. And ironically, it's funny. It says the genre for this is comedy / satire.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't that.
Interesting. Right. So let's get right into it. What did we like about this movie?
Oh, okay. Okay, so I appreciate the realism at the part when he went to the brother's house. They went to the brother's house. And once old dude, the friend Carlos, stumbled in there with the white girl, all the bros that was in there was like, nah, getting out of here. Let's go. They right. All I can think is they absolutely correct.
They was like, huh? Roofie, white girl, high school.
And they did the right thing.
That's the reaction they should have had when they found her. And they
know what's funny? Mess around now. They'll still mess around and charge all them for not calling somebody.
Exactly. It was negligent.
They'll find a reason. They'll find a reason.
They didn't even have to go that far. They should have just called from the jump. Like if I walk in my house and I see anybody, little white girl, black, big black man, Puerto Rican,
they're not supposed to be
small
there.
person, it don't even matter.
You
don't live here.
I'm in my house.
And then you pass out on the floor. You're not dead, but you really finna die. No, come get them.
Come get him, please. Somebody.
This definitely tugs at the strings. Y'all can keep that going. What is it that we didn't like about this movie? It's a lot not to like. Not necessarily. It's a lot not to like. It's not a bad movie, but it's a lot not to like.
I didn't understand why they kept chasing her around town. Like, let her ass be free in the world. Let her ass she went in the woods, let her ass go. What is you finna do with her once you get her?
Once you get to her,
And also,
go ahead.
How far away were they from the hospital? Because it took them
a whole movie.
It took them the whole movie to do anything.
Like 2 hours to get to the hospital.
I swear.
Even in the beginning, when they was going to lock the door on the cage for the thesis,
on the
when they was in the beginning,
on the refrigerator.
It shouldn't have taken long for them to go back and do the shit, and then go handle your business,
and then take her.
Everything.
Go do that real fast, and then take her.
So my question is,
somewhere else.
Because here's the thing: if Carlos was in the house, right? Why didn't you just be like, Carlos, call the police real fast? We finna run up to the school real quick, take care of this real quick. We gonna be right back. Call them real fast. Just call them. This white girl right here, call them right quick. We be right back.
Right. You more white than us, basically. Yeah.
Y'all all got fucking phones. Like, why? Nobody could use their phone. Nobody could call nobody.
Nobody could call
nobody.
In this modern day.
I definitely was with calling the police immediately, but since they didn't, we've got to deal and unpack everything else besides not calling the police. Yeah, I didn't like again. I can't even remember how I kept just go straight to the hospital, man. First of all, it took them a long time to even get to that idea. They thought about that's the first thing you think about. People drop off babies at hospitals, friends that they shot. Everything is dropped off at the hospital. This person actually needs to go to the hospital, and they just sitting there fumbling around, not knowing what.
They done went to the brother house. They done drove by the woods. Like, it's what?
Wreck the car.
My question was, this was mess me up. How these people on bicycles keep catching up with y'all?
Like, let you know how they wasn't making no progress.
How the fuck? He on a skateboard and they on a bike.
Skateboard. That's what that means.
Was the damn skateboard van? How?
So I thought, and how she just kept escaping. I thought she was gonna escape and get killed for real, and then they was gonna have a bigger issue. That didn't happen, so that was cool. And then when Buddy hit it, I thought the police or something was gonna run into him, and that didn't happen. So that was cool. Those were two things I was like, man, I see where this gonna go, but it didn't. So that I was cool with that. My boy just went to the party and kept vibing.
Right? He was like, I'm gonna make it to one of them. Bye, y'all. Y'all tripping.
That was his
white folks alone. We finna go. Bye.
That's leave the white folks alone.
He was right.
And hold on, and that was I was like, hold on, and they're in high school. They was in high school, right?
The girl in the house was in high school.
The girl was only high school.
Emma was in high school.
What about the dudes and them?
They was college.
I'm saying, but they was talking about going to Princeton and stuff. Were they transferred?
Maybe for graduate school. PhD.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great, because I was going to say, them dudes look 30.
They were doing all of the house parties, the frat parties,
the fraternity party.
The fraternity parties. It was like 7 parties total.
Legendary tour.
Legendary.
And old girl then brought her underage sister to the party and then got drunk. Yes. She then got drunk and lost her.
Yes. Now I cannot hate on bringing your underage sister to a party, because my sister used to take me to all kind of clubs and shit when I was in high school. But she never left me unattended for 2 full fucking hours. I can tell you what she didn't do. So that was crazy to me. How you gonna leave your sister unattended for 2 straight ass hours?
Long enough for her to wander off into somebody else's house.
And then get mad at the black people that's trying to rescue her ass. Get out of here.
Yeah.
And then you find out that the sister stays 2 houses down, so she probably mistake. And then I'm sitting there like, so all this happened in this little tight knit neighborhood, like,
right.
So hold on. So first of all, you don't know your neighbors?
That's not her house. That's her sister's house. They all staying on like student property. So like not school property. So it's like school housing. So that's why they were all 3 roommates. So she probably stayed in the house with her roommates, and her sister was visiting on campus and thought that she was at her sister's house. Yeah.
That works. But if I'm not mistaken, if I remember, they encountered the sister and the dude, like they encountered the search party like a couple of times and were not able to efficiently articulate, hey, got your sister, we tried to help her, you want to come? Or like, I was like, what? Something's not connecting here. She done ran up with the stick. Y'all, she hitting you with the stick and y'all not saying nothing. Y'all.
Right.
He let her hit him too many times with that damn stick. He let her hit him too many times.
These were some of the dumbest dudes in the world, man. The way they handled this situation and the way they left themselves open.
Everything was dumb.
They left themselves open for so much more potential bad things.
Really.
I was so stressed out this entire movie because I felt like every move they make, they was gonna run into some cops and they was gonna get killed. I just knew it. They was gonna get killed. 1000%. I knew. Y'all finna die.
Yeah.
I think
I was nervous for them. Yeah.
I feel like in the movie, in the very beginning, when they were in class and they were in that history class, and they were learning about certain verbiage, trigger words.
That was wild.
Right?
Yeah.
In the middle of class, okay, cool.
I guess the syllabus had a trigger warning. I think they're saying I still need to know. Well, you don't know what the trigger warning is, but like I need to know the race of this teacher. Like that wasn't. I would see me. I was militant. I would have said something. Like I'd have been like,
I would have walked out.
Yeah, no, I'd have been like, okay, Cracker. So, and then
that ain't in the syllabus though.
Yeah, because this ain't no man.
Yeah.
But if you had did that, you would have proved her wrong because the whole class was about words and how they trigger people. So she kept saying that, and she was looking to them to get a reaction out of them. But nigger. She just said however she was.
That was just nigger day then. That was nigger day.
Yeah.
What pissed me off? What pissed me off is that she was only trying to get a reaction out of them. She wasn't really looking to any of the white students to see how they were affected by her saying this word. She kept looking to them.
Yeah. And then called them out about it.
Yep. Yeah, called them out.
But I felt like in that moment there was a different understanding of their I don't know if I want to use the word place, but their stance in the world. Here you have this young black man who's going off to graduate school, who was raised by African parents, I'm assuming, who had a different viewpoint of American lifestyle. Then you have this another black guy who grew up in this lifestyle, who had a different understanding of the police and calling them and what that could do to you. Because it seemed like the African boy was very ready to call the police, whereas this American boy, who was also black, was definitely completely and utterly against it. So it's a different viewpoint of what calling the police may mean to them.
Right. Definitely the what's his name? Kunle. That's his name. Kunle.
Kunle, yes.
he had lived a life where, like he said, his childhood was happy. His parents were well to do. They were doctors. He was well taken care of. So the idea that he could potentially be profiled as a black man, he didn't understand that. It didn't even make sense to him that could even possibly happen. So when it actually did happen, it broke his whole world. It just
Gave him
broke
PTSD.
Broke his
Yeah,
heart.
because
Now you got all the way
that's
PTSD.
that's fun. It's a culture shock. People have that too. If you ever talk to somebody from out west, like Cali or up north, see, they don't think that like it's really racist and stuff in the South. They think that's just on the news, and then they come down here and get a complete culture shock, and they be like, "Whoa, like okay." So yeah, he got a dose of that, and I seen that's where that was going at the end. I'm just glad. I'm glad that they defended him out there, because I thought that could have went left, because I'm still not sold on if the sister is really buying their story of what happened. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
So
maybe it
I'm
was
glad.
the idea. Yeah, I feel like his commitment to trying to save her was the only thing that swayed the sister. When he was in the back seat and giving her CPR and trying his best to save, that was the only saving grace.
Yeah.
So Buddy gonna be jammed up for life now. He's jammed.
Yeah.
He done. He needs so much therapy.
Forever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He got the PTSD.
Anything else stand out about this movie?
Going back to when they were in the class at the beginning, well, after they left the class, they had a conversation, and Kunle was asking the friend Sean, he was asking him, well, if you feel this way about it, why didn't you say something in the class? And he said something smart about silent protesting or something. And I'm like, that's just lazy writing. Silent protesting. I mean, you couldn't think of anything else to say other than silent.
And that was a BS reason.
Right. Like you feel so strongly about this. You whispering passionately to this man in this class. Everybody can hear you, but when it's time to speak up, you don't say nothing. Like closed mouths don't get fed. So either put up or shut up.
Yeah.
Stop disrupting the class. Now you're just a disruption to the class at this point. So I just felt like that moment was upsetting.
I was going to say, who wrote this? KD Davila.
I hated her.
And she looks like, if you see her picture, then you would understand the movie. She looked like Ricky Lake, little sister.
Oh, right. Well,
see,
and that's a whole nother. That's a whole nother conversation. How she was able to write this movie. See, like you said, that was bad writing on bad wording and stuff. She wrote a movie trying.
Point.
But you know what though? But it won all kind of awards. Like that's how it became a movie. Like it was a short film. So the short film won like all these awards at the film festival, and they made it into a movie. But it's always interesting to see how a white person can write, from this perspective. And then if you want to think even harder about it, now that really makes you think about the scene in the class on Nigga Day.
Exactly. Makes me look at that differently.
Right. Anywho, Emergency was the movie. It's a good movie, man. I actually liked it. It was just a frustrating watch, like anything, like a horror movie. Hey, don't go through that door type of situation. I'm sitting here. I ain't yelling because I knew they was just gonna be dumb, but I'm just shaking my head at the dudes the whole movie. But it was a good movie. It was a cool watch. What are we giving Emergency?
I went back and forth. I originally was gonna give it a 4.5, but I changed it to a 4. It was just too like the sister, Maddie. It just took her too long to come to the conclusion that these men were trying to help her sister. That was just ridiculous for me. So I gave it a 4.
I gave it also a 4. I was frustrated with the fact that they kept chasing that little heifer around. That was getting on my nerves. I was frustrated with a couple of things. And I was in fact yelling and fussing at my TV about some of the shit that they was doing. So I gave it a 4.
This movie kind of stressed me out a little bit. It stressed me out a bit. It it stressed me out, but it was a good watch. It wasn't comedy, and it definitely wasn't satire. It was a little bit scary to me, and I'm gonna give it a 3.5. I probably wouldn't opt to watch it again. I think once was enough for me.
I also gave it a 3.5. It was okay. It wasn't what I expected. I did expect it to be more of a comedy than what it was. But yeah, 3.5. That's all I got for it.
That'll work. And Emergency comes through with a solid 3.5 blunts. The cast is young, really young. Shout out to them. Like the main character, they're like all under 23, except so RJ Siler that was in The Harder They Fall. He is actually from Jacksonville, Florida. So shout out to him. Got a Florida boy in this thing. Yeah, Madison Thompson that played Alice. She's from the A, so she's actually from Atlanta.
Okay, Southern gal.
Lord above.
Yeah, so that's a little cool. So yeah, that was a cool watch, man. Y'all go check out Emergency if you get a chance. Where is it at on Amazon Prime?
Right there.
Yes.
There it is.
Yep.
And that's gonna do it for another episode of the Smoke Screen, man. Y'all roll up and be safe, and we out.
Peace.